Let me talk to you as well about child welfare system, because my heart has taken me into helping families and defending families who fight in the child welfare system. After I learned that Title IV-E funding was an unlimited federal funding system upon which the states become financially dependent on, I began to understand why children were being fed into the foster care system like raw materials into a factory. The children became the commodity of the child welfare industry. Here's what I mean by that. You can look for yourself. If you don't know this, if you don't see this problem, if you don't understand it, there's a website that you can go to, and it's called kidscount.org. Kidscount.org collects statistics from all over the country, and you can go to your state, and it has statistics on everything about children. It has how many children are ages 3 to 5, how many 5 to 8, how many in elementary school, how many are from divorce. And as you scroll down that page, you can get to the statistics in your state for the number of children entering foster care and the number of children exiting foster care every single year. And it will even go further. It will let you run a 5-year history of those statistics. And when you run those statistics, you will see in every single state of this union that the foster care levels are either consistent or they rise. There are some states that are particularly bad. I'm in Tennessee. In Tennessee, we run 7,000 to 8,000 children through the foster care system every year. You can look at, for instance, Florida. Florida runs about 14,000 children through the foster care system every year. In Arizona, a state about the same size of Tennessee in population, runs 17,000 children through the foster care system every year. To me, that is a quota. That is the number of children that they have to keep in the system to keep the machine running. A lot of people do not understand that the foster care system is a private industrial complex just like our military. It is private foster care companies, it is private counseling services, it is private reunification programs, private drug testing, private drug assessments, private drug rehabilitation services, all of them feeding off the money of those children being in the system. And if you've ever sat with a parent, and I challenge every one of you, if you're not involved with the system, to become an advocate for parents. Because when I wrote the Tennessee Commissioner of the Department of Children's Services, and I says, I have a family here that they can't afford me to be with them 24/7. They can't afford for me to be with them at every single meeting that you call upon them to be at. I want somebody in the department to serve as a family advocate. They wrote me back a letter, and they said, I'm sorry, we don't have anybody who can fill that position. So then the department ombudsman said, would you like for me to be a family advocate? And I says, I absolutely would. And you need to come at these meetings and you need to see what's going on. I got him to come to meetings. I explained to him what was going on. I wrote him emails. I got him in contact. He wrote a report for me. And you know what? His report said the agency was doing a terrible job and they weren't being considerate of this family and this family's needs, and had held these children in foster care too long. Guess what? Within the next 30 days, I got an email from him, and he said that he had been asked to remove himself from that role in the case because of a potential conflict of interest. So there is absolutely nobody who takes that role to advocate for the families. So if you want to learn how to do something and help something, people need to stretch out there, and they need to be an advocate for families and help families through this system. As far as a lawyer and an attorney, I do what I can, and I represent people, I educate people, I help people understand that there are constitutional issues that are not being brought to the attention of the courts. We have United States Supreme Court decisions that say that there is a right to parent that is protected under the 14th Amendment, and yet those rights are stripped every day.